At this time of year, all over the country, young students are thinking about their futures and applying to universities. With this sudden gain of independence, young people are sharing the same concerns about embracing the student lifestyle. We've sent our reporter out to find out how first-year students are handling their first term away from home.
University is a life-changing experience. Some say the best time of your life, but the number of students that drop out every year would tell a completely different story. Most people think of student life as one of drinking, partying and having fun, but a deeper look would tell us that some students find it hard to make friends and can't cope with the loneliness of being away from home. What with the stress of assignments, deadlines, and the peer pressure around alcohol consumption, drug usage and sex, some students just cannot cope. So we're here at Liverpool Hope University to find how a student really survives. I've managed to get an interview with a first-year student living in halls of residence.
Quite a few people have dropped out, but in a case of like homesickness, no. My debt's like mounting up and I've not even thought about it yet. Maybe I should start to consider this. It's just like a big group of girls that have helped me settle in a lot more. Otherwise, if I didn't have them, I would have found it a lot more difficult. It's so weird because they like know everything about me already. And like I go to them rather than go to the people from home. You need your mental well-being as well. Like if you wasn't in halls, I think I'd be missing home a lot more, so I wouldn't be able to concentrate on my work anyway. I've had a boyfriend until recently, so who's not here at uni. Yeah, so we just both wanted different things. My friend, the other night, she went out and she came in the next morning, she was quite upset and she'd been spiked and she'd woke up in Liverpool Hospital with a drip on her and she didn't know what had happened. So there are those risks, like you've got to be careful, but she didn't have any idea like what was going on. So it was quite sad, like it did hit home then, like the seriousness of being spiked and things like that can go wrong.
Most students may be unaware, but there is information available at hand. We performed a short survey on campus regarding domestic issues, and these are the statistics we found. 8 in 10 students say they are close with their flatmates, and 3 in 10 students have had an argument with a fellow student, mostly due to personality clashes. So what do the authorities think? I went to visit a resident tutor to find out.
Working through issues that flats have, for most first years, is the first experience living out of home. In my hall, people are quite heavy drinkers. There are people who've collapsed, people who've got damaged, people who've been beaten up. A lot of students don't go to their lectures because they're too hungover. A lot of students aren't aware of contraception, especially because most young people now have sex when they're drunk. STIs and HIV is increasing. People are quite vulnerable when they're very drunk, especially young women. I think the quiet ones are finding it hard. I think it takes a few months to develop a good circle of friends who you can trust. You have to be who you are, and that's really important. And don't compromise your principles, or yourself.
When I first came to Hope Uni, it was proper weird and I was proper homesick. But now I've really settled in, made a lot of nice friends and that. It's like a home away from home now.
Campus is a bit strict, like with security and all that. I mean, I've got people in like Europa, I know people in Europa buildings, like who live in student accommodation, but like not here, and they're like just a lot more laid back and they can kind of do what they want and stuff, and it's just a lot more chilled.
Well, yeah, they had the whole activities during the Freshers Week, which helped us settle in, and they had different things going on there every so often. So yeah, pretty good, can't complain.
I personally find it quite exciting. I like meeting new people and stuff and getting to know people, because that's the best part of friendship, I guess, like getting to know people. So I quite enjoy, like it's quite exhilarating.
From our time here, we found that some students do face these issues. However, these issues can be easily overcome by the support and facilities made available by the university. Regardless of these issues, however, we found that student life is definitely one to consider. So make your uni a home away from home.
You had a plenty money, 1922. You let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money.